Good morning, children. Welcome once again for the online classes. Children, yesterday I have taken the chapter that is Outcome of Democracy, and today I am going to revise that chapter once again, and I am going to give you some of the um, notes. It's not a notes, but you can just see whatever I have explained according to the textbook. Let us once again revise that, and some of the main points are given here. So if the questions come, you can just see the points and you can make your own answers. Democracy is better than dictatorship or other forms of government. Suppose if the question is asked, is democracy better than dictatorship or other forms of government? So the answers are given here. Yesterday I have explained here. What does it gives? It is given. I am not going to read this all thing, but I'll be just revising it. Okay. Next is assessment of democracy's outcome. That was the political outcome, economic outcome, and social outcome. You can just see what are the political outcome of democracy. There are 3 points. Then economic outcomes, there are 2 points, and social outcome, there are 2 points. Then political outcomes. When we talk about political outcomes, the questions can be asked in what are the political outcomes. Then you can just write into the 3 points. You can write first point, second, and third, and after that you can just use 2 or 3 points. You can write for the long answer, and even go through this prepared explanation. You can go through and find out the answer, long answers you can see. Here economic outcomes: economic growth, economic development, reduction in inequality of poverty. This also I have explained yesterday. Then the way to achieve outcome. Here also there are 2 points. Then social outcomes. You can just note down this all thing, note down, or you can just see and make your answers. So according to this chapter, children, yesterday I told you that the most basic outcome of democracy. What are the basic outcome of democracy? It is to provide political and social equality to the citizen. So what is the basic outcome of democracy? Why what does the democracy give? That gives, it provide political and social quality to citizen. Political and social quality to the citizen. Citizen means Indian citizen. The democracy is expected to produce a government that work according to the need and expectation of the citizen. So people are having so many expectation from the government, and the government also try their level best to fulfill the need and expectation of the citizens. This also we have seen yesterday. What does the assessment of outcome of democracy? It promotes equality among the. What does it give? It promotes equality among the citizen, improve the quality of decision making. As it is a democratic country, no one can take their single decision. Whatever decision is taken in a group, and what is for the benefit of the people, they work. They allow room for the correct mistake. If any mistake is done either from the citizen side or from the means the government side, they are having they can correct, they allow the platform to correct the mistake. Then provide a method to resolve conflict. Yes, since we are in our country, in India, we are having so many rights and duties. Sometimes the rights may be not fulfilled, or the duties are not done by the citizen. So what happen, if any conflict between of any matter, the conflict can be resolved. Why? It is not a dictatorship government. It's not a dictatorship or a military, but it is a democracy where all together sit together, they decide and they work for the betterment. But there will be so many demands from the citizen. But if it is not fulfilled, the demand will be means increase day by day. But the government, they try to fulfill the need of the people. The chapter what we have, the means the what we say, the heading of the chapter, that is dignity and the freedom of disadvantaged group. Democracy in India has strengthened the claim of disadvantaged and discriminated caste for equal status and equal opportunity. So what happens, since we are staying in a democratic country, dignity and freedom is given to everyone for equal status and equal opportunity. Now, after studying this lesson, what we have learned or what we have gained or what we will be knowing, that what is the lesson tells about, and let us see the learning point, the outcome of democracy, the learning point. After studying this chapter, we should be able to know what should be able to know, that discuss the important, how the discuss importance of democracy and about its various outcome. What are the outcomes, various outcomes we came to know. Expect democracy to be accountable, then responsive and legitimate. Yesterday we have seen here accountable, responsive and legitimate. So I will just give little light on legitimate government. Yesterday you could not means very short it I have explained. Legitimate government. Let me say what is legitimate government. In democracy, a legitimate government is a lawful government where all the laws of the country are equally applicable to all its citizens and the people are governed without fear or favor as well. A legitimate government should be attentive to needs and demand of the people, and the people should be governed without fear or favor. That is a legitimate government. A democratic government may be slow, less efficient, and not always responsive a term, but it is people's own government. Thus, it is certainly a better and more legitimate form of government. So, certainly it is a better and more legitimate form of government. This is called the legitimate government. And I want to just conclude this chapter. What is the conclusion of this chapter? Let us see. The most distractive features about democracy is that it its examination never ends. That means as people get some benefit, whatever benefit the people get, they ask for more and more, want to make democracy even better. Thus, people always come up with more expectation and many complaints. It shows that people have developed awareness and the ability accept and look critically at the power holder. So yesterday when I showed you one picture, democratic, and an old man is sitting and others are just through the stone certain demands were there. Certain, by that what we understood that the people have developed awareness. So people, they want their rights, and they want to get more and more expectation from the government. Awareness and the ability to expect the expect and look critically at the power holder. Whoever gets the power, there will be so many demands from the government. Now, democracy transferred people from the status of subject into that of a citizen. Today, most of the individual believe that their precious vote definitely makes a difference to the way of government is run to their own self interest. Yesterday also, when I was explaining, I was telling the precious vote. Our those above 18 years people are having a power to vote. That is very very precious. A single vote is also very precious for the people. Their precious vote is given for the representative, choose the representatives, and the representatives, whether they work for they are directly or indirectly, they are elected by the people. Since we are living in a democratic country, uh, uh, we can just see that they directly or indirectly they are elected by the people, and they work for the people, and they work with the people. So this is the in this chapter I am going to conclude this all topics I have covered yesterday, and through this I am going to conclude this chapter. And by tomorrow I'll be giving the question answers of NCERT, and please go through the video, and also read the chapter nicely, and learn each point. That's all.